How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Dodge Challenger ScatPack after 4 years. So this is kind of going to be like a 4-year update of the car and see how I still like it, if I have any complaints, and what I still love about it, which is pretty much everything. But let's go ahead and get started with the video, I guess. So pretty much I have had zero issues with the car at all. It'll be 4 years here in a few months, so literally haven't had any problems with the car. I've been doing my best to maintain the car, regular oil changes, oil filter, stuff like that. Haven't been too hard on the car either. It does have about 23,000 miles. I've taken it on many different trips and it has had zero problems at all. I took it to Ocean City 3 times. I took it to the Cecil County Dragway about 3 or 4 times, which is like a 5-hour drive. Ocean City is like 6 or 7 hours. I took it to the Maple Grove Raceway, that's another 5 hours. I've been there once, and then took it to the Pittsburgh International Auto Show. So you kind of get my idea. I've taken this car on many different trips like that, and it has had zero problems at all. Extremely reliable. Now, if you haven't seen my 5 things I hate about the car, I believe I released that video sometime last week. Make sure to go check that video out if you want to see the 5 things I hate about the car. Yeah, I've literally had zero issues with the car. Now, the owner's manual says to replace the oil and oil filter every 6,000 miles. So that's what I've been doing. I know some people do it after 500 miles, like after the break-in period. I didn't do that. I just did it after the first 6,000 and kept up with the oil changes and stuff like that. And it's given me zero problems. So there have been a couple times where it like didn't want to start up, or it kind of choked up maybe. I don't know how to explain it, but it basically didn't want to start up. And I tried a second time and it started right up perfectly. Like, I don't know what happened, but that's the only real issue I've had with the car. And then the first drive I took the car on, it gave me like a warning light. It said service stability control, but it went away after about an hour. So I wasn't worried about it at all. So yeah, those are the only 2 things that have gone wrong with this car, and they're really not actual things that have gone wrong, because the light went away after about an hour and the car started right up the second time I tried. Yeah, I haven't had to replace anything either, not even the tires. And like I said, 23,000 miles on the stock 245s. Here you can see are the stock 245s tires that came with the car. They do have a decent amount of tread left, and I've never done a single burnout in this car. I've been to the drag strip or anything like that. I do want to go sometime. It would definitely be fun. But unfortunately, there's no drag strips very close around to here. I think the closest one is about 2.5 hours. Keystone Raceway. I have been there twice, but I haven't raced. So yeah, decent amount of tread left on here. As you can see, I'll go ahead and show you guys all 4 tires. There you go. You can see this one a bit better. So guys, like I said, there's a bunch of tread left on the tires, and I actually have driven this car in the snow once. It was definitely not the best experience I've had. It was actually when I was at the Pittsburgh International Auto Show. It didn't snow at all on the way up there, but then like a huge blizzard came while we were inside, and then we came out to a bunch of snow on the roads. So we had like an 1.5-hour drive to get back home, and it was in a snowstorm. So it was definitely a fun time trying to get back, especially around here where everywhere you go it's a hill, up and downhill everywhere. It's definitely not fun at all, but I did make the best of it. I tried doing some donuts in the snow with this car, so it was kind of a fun experience, I guess. That's the only time I've taken this car in the snow. I don't really like driving the car in like bad weather conditions, because I do want to take care of it, even though I probably will sell it sometime in the future. But still, I like taking care of these cars. So on the inside here, you can see, I mean, there's really no wear and tear on anything. Like, there might be a few spots on the driver's seat, like right there. You can see it's kind of worn and wrinkled a little bit. That's just because the driver's seat is obviously the one that's used the most. And there's a passenger side, that same spot, a little bit less wrinkly. And then the rear seats, have barely ever been used, so they're actually getting kind of dusty right now. But you can see if you take care of a car, it will last you long. Like, I still have the plastic cover on the screen right here, as you can see. But yeah, all clean, as you can see. A little bit of dust in there as well, but just trying to show you guys, like, if you take care of a car very well, it will last a long time. And like I said, guys, I have been maintaining this car inside and out, regular oil changes, oil filter every 6,000 miles, taking care of the inside, slowing down for potholes, just simple things like that. You just have to do that, and like, I don't see why anything could go wrong with this car. A lot of people have the rumor that like Dodges are not reliable at all and they're just gonna break down or stuff like that. Like, I'm sure all of you guys have heard those rumors, but those are probably the kinds of people that don't take care of their cars, and then they blame it on the company instead of themselves. So you really got to hold yourself accountable for stuff like that, because if you do take care of a car, I know I keep repeating the same thing 20 times, but it will be reliable if you take care of it. Like, that's all you have to do. Just maintain it, take care of it. Obviously, if you're at the track or something like that, you know, beat it up, use it how it's supposed to be used. But if you're just driving around, like, don't be too hard on it, and make sure you maintain it, keep the maintenance up to date, and I mean, it'll last you a long time. Like I said, I've only had this car for 4 years, which isn't a completely long time for a car, but considering the rumors that I've heard about Dodges, I'm really happy. Like I said, I've had absolutely no problems with the car. The only time was when it didn't start up, but then it started up the second time I tried without a problem at all. There was one time it put out a bunch of white smoke one time when I started up. I'm not sure what that was, but it only happened once. Can't remember what it smelled like. I think it just smelled like straight up smoke. I don't know how else to explain it, but that happened as well. And then it said, it gave me like a warning light. It said service stability control. That went away after about an hour of driving it, and it was probably just because of the altitude change. But literally, guys, I have not had any problems with this car, and that's kind of what I wanted to tell you guys in this video. Like, I don't really have much to say, honestly. That's why I've kind of just been repeating the same thing over and over, just trying to tell you guys how good of a car this is. And if you're looking for a daily driver, I would get the Charger instead of the Challenger. I mean, it's pretty much the same car except with 4 doors, a little bit more aerodynamic, but you do have more room in the car. And if you're looking for a practical car as well, I wouldn't get the Challenger. Like, it's not meant for a practical car. It's not meant to be a daily driver. It definitely is a fun car. It can be a daily driver if you want it to be, but you have to make sure that you still maintain it like you would a performance car, and a car that you actually care about, not just like a daily beater or something like that. So if you're thinking about getting a used Challenger, you definitely want to make sure that it was serviced properly and maintained properly by the previous owner, because you never know what the previous owners could have done to the car. They don't know if they actually cared about the car or not, and the dealership is going to do anything to make you buy it. So it's kind of hard to decide if it's a used car, but if it's brand new and you just start maintaining it right from the beginning, then it will last you a long time. If you're getting a used Challenger, just make sure right from the beginning you go through everything, make sure it's up to date, and just do your best to keep the maintenance schedule right. And I mean, it should be lasting you a good amount of time as well. Now, you don't have the certainty that you would if it was a new car, but still, like, you shouldn't have any problems if it's like a few years old. That's basically all I wanted to say in this video, guys. Just that the Dodge Challenger is an amazing car, very reliable. Haven't had a single issue with this car. Haven't had to replace anything except for the oil and oil filter. And yeah, I mean, it's just a great car all around. And if you have anything to add to this video, make sure to leave it down in the comments. And if you have any video suggestions for videos you would like to see in the future, make sure to also leave those down in the comments. And if you like this video or found it entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.